Hello and welcome back again. In this video we are going to be making the head of our bear and the ears. So in the last one we made the body with the arms and the legs and attached them. This time we're making the head. So we'll need the same things again. So we'll need the yarn, which I'm using the Hobbies Honey Bunny, scissors, crochet hook, stitch marker, stuffing, and this time you'll need a needle as well to sew the head onto the body, as well as the eye detailing. So we've got that too. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do the eye detailing in this video yet, so or I'll do it in a separate one. I might do it in this one, but you'll need some just plain acrylic yarn to do the face detailing. So I've got some black and some white. So first we need to make 2 ears, because the ears will be crocheted in just like the arms and legs were. So to start with, we're going to do our 6 single crochet into our magic ring. And don't forget, if you need help with that, to go check out my tutorial on how to do a magic ring. I'll put the link in the description of this video below. I'll also make sure I have the links to the previous video as well, so if you need to go back you can easily find that. Okay, then we are going to do 6 increases to go up to 12 stitches. So 6 increases to 12 stitches. The next round will be a single crochet and an increase 6 times to go up to 18. So 1 single crochet and then 2 singles into the next stitch to do your increase. And then we're going to do 2 rows of just 18 single crochet. So 2 rows of 18 single crochet. Okay, the next row will be 4 single crochet and a decrease 3 times, and that'll take us down to 15 stitches. And I'll be doing the invisible decrease like I did with the body. Since it's the first time in this video, I'll show you. So it's front loop only, and then the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through both of those front loops, yarn over and pull through 2. You can take your stitch marker out, and then I'm just going to cut the tail from the magic ring just a bit shorter, otherwise it makes the it adds like too much padding and stuffing to the inside of the ear, which you might like. It's up to you. And now we're going to do 7 single crochet across the top of the ear to close it. So we're going to go into the next stitch and then back, which stitch we're going to, sorry, that next stitch there. So this, I'm going into the first stitch of the round and the second to last stitch of the round, because we only need 7 and we've got 15 stitches, so we're just going to miss that stitch, that final stitch that we're already in. Skip that one. And then so continue that, so 7 across the top. That last one, and then finish it off, cut the tail. You don't need a huge tail in this one, and that is your ear. So don't forget, you need to make 2 of those, and then we will start on the head. Okay, to start with, we will do another magic ring. Don't forget, link to the tutorial in the description below, but 6 in a magic ring. And place your stitch marker. And then we will do 6 increases to go up to 12, so 2 single crochet in each stitch to go up to 12. Then we'll do a single crochet and an increase 6 times to go up to 18 stitches. So single crochet and an increase 6 times. And then we're going to do 2 single and an increase 6 times to go up to 24 stitches. So 2 single and then an increase 6 times. And now we are just going to do 24 single crochet the whole way around. So just 24 straight single crochet the whole way around. Okay, this round we're going to be working just in the front loop of the stitches from the last round, and we're going to do 3 single crochet and an increase 6 times to go up to 30, but only working in the front loop of the last round. So like the front loop, so we'll do 3 single and an increase just through the front loop. Okay, the next round we're going to go back to working in both loops just like normal. So we're going to start with 9 single crochet, and then we're going to do a single crochet and an increase 6 times, and then finish with another 9 single crochet. So start with 9 single crochet, and then so single crochet and an increase 6 times, and finish off with 9 single crochet, and that will leave us with 36 at the end of the round. Okay, and now we're going to do another 9 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet and an increase 6 times, and then 9 single crochet, and we'll finish the round with 42 stitches in total. So 9 single crochet to start with, okay, and then 2 single crochet and an increase 6 times. And now we're going to do 9 single crochet and then 3 single crochet and an increase 6 times, and then 9 single crochet. So 9 to start with again. And then 3 single and an increase 6 times. And finish with 9 stitches. Okay, so that finishes off that round. We've got 48, should have 48 stitches the whole way around now after those increases. Now we're going to do 3 rows of 48 single crochet the whole way around. So I'll do that off camera again. So I'll see you back here once we've done 3 rows of 48 single crochet. Okay, so now we have finished those 3 rows of 48 single crochet. We are going to do just 2 single crochet across the bottom to create a new starting point, and this will just help to center it so that we get the ears on the right side of the head, and so the nose isn't like off center. So we just want to try and get the center of everything. So that'll take 2 stitches and we'll get to the center. So just 2. And then I'm going to move my stitch marker, and this will be my new starting point. Okay, so now we're going to be adding the ears in. So we're going to start with 14 single crochet. And now we're going to add our first ear. So as you can see, I've kind of curved my ear so that it'll sit nicely like that around there. So we've got 7 stitches, so we're going to do 7 stitches across here with the ear. So in through this stitch first, and then the next stitch on the head, and pull that nice and tight, and you can pull that yarn tail tight too. And then we'll do the next stitch on the ear, and then the next on the head, and I'm going to anchor that yarn tail down as well to make sure that everything stays nice and tight and secure, and just continue across the ear until it's all the stitches are stitched on. and pull that yarn tail tight through there, nice and secure. And then we are going to do 6 single crochet across the top of the head. And then we're going to do our next ear. So again, into that first stitch and that next stitch on the head, crochet together, pull yarn tails tight, and the next one as well, next one there. Oops, and don't forget to anchor that tail as you go as well. Make sure everything's nice and secure, and just continue that across. Pull that tail tight. Oops. And then we'll finish off with another 14 single crochet. And you can see your teddy bear starting to take shape there, so he's got his little ears on now. His face is starting to form nicely. So now we're going to do 2 rounds of 48 single crochet again, so just 2 rounds of simple 48 single crochet. I'll do it off camera and meet you back here. Okay, so now we will start decreasing and closing off the head. So we're going to do 6 single crochet and then a decrease, and we will do that 6 times to go down to 42 stitches. And I will be using the invisible decrease again. I will show you again how to do that in case you missed it in previous bits. So for the invisible decrease, we're going to go through the front loop of the next stitch and the front loop of the one after, yarn over, pull through both front loops, yarn over and pull through 2, and that is your invisible decrease there. So continue that 6 single and then a decrease 6 times, another 5 times. The next round we're going to do 5 single crochet and then a decrease to take us down to 36 stitches. So 5 single crochet and a decrease, so 6 times, do that 6 times to go down to 36. In the next round we are going to do 4 single crochet and a decrease 6 times to go down to 30 stitches. So 4 single crochet and a decrease 6 times to go down to 30 stitches. And the next round, if you hadn't guessed, is going to be 3 single crochet and a decrease 6 times to go down to 24 stitches. So 3 single and a decrease 6 times. Now it's up to you. At this point you might like to add some stuffing, and I might just add some just to make sure I get it right down into the little snout, but I'm not going to add too much because I just find it hard crocheting around stuffing too much, so I'm going to add more into the next round. Okay, so the next round is going to be 2 single crochet and a decrease to take us down to 18 stitches. So 2 single and a decrease 6 times to go down to 18. Okay, we will get some more stuffing at this point and try and get that head shaped nicely. And like I said, don't forget to make sure you get right down into that little snout bit, so we've got some good shape forming for the face. At this point I'm going to stuff into the middle and try and swirl around to keep the head from getting lumpy. So put right into that middle bit and sort of swirling it around. Hopefully eliminate any of those like stuffing lumps that you can get sometimes. Leave it that for a minute, and I will do some more in after the next round as well. So that's just the way I like to stuff. So the next round is a single crochet and a decrease 6 times to go down to 12. Okay, I'm going to finish stuffing the head. Make sure it's as jam-packed as stuffing as I want. I think that's fairly solid where I want it. So, okay, sorry about that. You might have noticed I had some technical difficulties with my yarn there. It got caught and I stripped it, so I'm just going to connect on further for this last round. Sorry about that. We're going to do 6 decreases in this round, and I'm going to yarn that through there. And sorry about this fiddliness. Joys of working with plush yarn. So okay, we've got another 5 decreases to finish off the round. Okay, now we're going to cut a yarn tail so we can sew our head closed. Now it's your last chance to get any more stuffing in, and I always just add a little bit at the end, but that's completely up to you, and I'm pretty happy with that. So So we're just going to take that tail and sew that hole closed by going through the front loop of the last 6 stitches from the last round. So 1, 2, 3, and pull tight. And now I'm just going to feed that into the head in a few spots to secure the tail. And we'll cut that last bit there. Okay, so now all we've got left to do is the face detailing and then sewing the head on. So I like to do the face detailing before I sew the head on, just because I find it easier just working with just a head. But I'm going to put that in another video, so I will put the link to that video here now so you guys can go check that out and then come back and we will sew the head onto the body. Okay, welcome back. You have now finished detailing your face, hopefully, or putting things on wherever you want them. Now we are going to be sewing the head onto the body, and we're going to use the yarn tail from the body to do that. So this yarn hasn't been very friendly to me today, so hopefully it doesn't strip too much while we're doing this, but I can always show you how I troubleshoot my way through that too, as we go through, because there's always ways to work around these things if you have to. So line your head up with the rest of your body. Make sure he's stuffed as much as you want. I've left a little bit of room at the top, and I will stuff some extra stuffing in at the last minute just to make sure the head's not too wibbly wobbly on the neck. So line him up nicely, and then I'm just grab my needle and I'm going to go into the stitch on the head. I'll do my best to make sure I can show you guys exactly what I'm doing throughout all of this. And then I'm going to go down onto the body, pull it tight, and then I'm going to go back through into the next stitch on the body. And we'll continue like that the whole way around. And I like to just check as I'm going, particularly with this beginning bit, that we're all nicely lined up and we're not looking sideways. So we're into the next stitch on the head, then back into that last stitch we were in on the body, and this will make sure we're nice and secure and we don't have any gaps for stuffing to leak out of. I will say as well, make sure you just take your time with this. Don't rush it, because it might end up looking a little bit wonky donkey. Yeah, as you can see there, I'm getting a bit stuck because it's all kind of, the yarn's kind of bunching, so I'm just going to strip some of the fluff off that, just so I can get that through that next stitch, hopefully without snapping anything. There we go. So there are ways to kind of troubleshoot your way through stripping your yarn. Okay, at this point I'm just going to add a little bit more stuffing into the neck, just to make sure our head isn't floppy. So I would definitely recommend doing this as well. And then go back to sewing up that last little hole closed, so we've just got a few more stitches to go. Sorry, didn't mean to be doing that off camera. I'm just pulling off some of the fluff again to be able to get this through here, sorry. At least we're near the end, because as you can see I have pretty much stripped most of the fluff off my yarn. Okay, we're here, but we're almost done. And it's held together, which is what's important. Whew, almost there. You'll definitely need a lint roller at the end of this one to clean up your teddy if he's gotten as fluffy as mine has, poor thing. We're nearly there though. I think that's everything sewed on, so he's nice and secure, very fluffied. We'll clean that up at the end. So I'm just going to go through and just double secure it in a few spots. So I'm just going to go like just under here, down into the body, and then shoot up into the head around here. I'm just going to like doubly secure in a few spots like this. So down into the body and then up into the head there. Just because I like to make sure my toys are never ever coming undone. Okay, and then I'm going to feed that yarn tail into the body and secure it in a number of places, again to make sure nothing is going anywhere. And cut that tail, and he's finished. And yeah, you might want a lint roller just to get some of that fluff off of him, but I think he's turned out really cute. I'm really happy with that. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys keep an eye out for my book coming in the, well, probably slightly distant future, but not hopefully too distant future. Yeah, hopefully I can get it out maybe before Christmas. If I could do it before Christmas, I'd be pretty happy. But keep an eye out for some of my other patterns, and I hope you enjoyed following along with this one, and I will see you guys again soon with more crochet fun. Thank you for watching. Bye.